Adonis, a paragon of physical attraction and beauty, is frequently alluded to in literature and is a pervasive figure in Mediterranean vegetation rituals. He was the child of an incestuous relationship between Cinyras, king of Panchaea, and his daughter Mira. To escape from her father, who was enraged for being deceived into sleeping with her, Mira begged for assistance from heaven. According to the Roman poet Ovid, an unknown goddess morphed the fleeing Mira into a tree, thus rescuing her from Cinyras on earth and sparing her from punishment for her wicked deed in the underworld. Mira, however, was already pregnant when she was transformed into the myrrh tree. 9 months later, from the trunk of a tree that was once a princess, Adonis was born. Motherless and rebuked by his father, Adonis emerged in the forest, helpless and alone. During the birth, Aphrodite, goddess of beauty and love, gazing nearby, was accidentally pierced by one of her son Cupid's arrows and immediately fell in love with the child. Fearing for the safety of the infant, Aphrodite took him away and brought him to Persephone, queen of the dead, to protect him. Upon receiving Adonis, however, Persephone was also struck by the child's beauty. She refused to give him back to Aphrodite and kept him in the underworld. A quarrel erupted between Aphrodite and Persephone over the fate of Adonis. So heated was their argument that Zeus himself was eventually summoned to decide the fate of the boy. Zeus made a compromise. Instead of giving him to one of the two goddesses, Adonis would spend half the year, spring and summer, living on earth with Aphrodite, and the other half, fall and winter, living in the underworld with Persephone. As Adonis grew up, he would pass the spring and summer by spending time with Aphrodite and hunting in the forest. One day, when Aphrodite was away, Adonis came upon a wild boar, an animal she had warned him to avoid. The young hunter boldly hurled his spear at the beast, injuring it. The wound, however, was minor, and the boar charged Adonis in retribution, goring his thigh. As Adonis sat bleeding on the forest floor, his cries reached Aphrodite's swan-led chariot, and she rushed down to comfort her love as he passed away. Aphrodite, however, was unwilling to let the memory of Adonis be lost to time. She sprinkled his corpse with nectar, transforming him into a red flower, the anemone. Each spring, when the anemone blooms, Adonis is brought back to earth until the autumn, when he will again return to the underworld and wait for the changing of the seasons. Adonis's life, shared between the living and the underworld, became, for ancient peoples, a symbol of the vacillation between spring and winter, seasons of life and death.